brown women wore shisheh in their clothes since the 17th century, and now they're worn more beautifully as if they weren't meant for me. I see them on runways weaved into their embroidery so cheaply, when for centuries their reflections were enough for a man to fall in love so deeply, because brown women have been wearing naths since the 16th century, and now they're worn more beautifully as if they weren't meant for me. I remember one time I wore a bindi to school. I thought it was pretty, but they called me a fool. They said, go back to your country with your stinking clothes, and now I see them in almost every music video. So I say, hey, what now makes it so cool? Because brown women have been wearing biles since the 1st century, and now they're worn more beautifully as if they weren't meant for me. Their chimes alone acted as inspiration for poetry. You should read the Kilapati Karam. Maybe, or maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong to assume that the same mouths that made the word immigrant so dirty are the same mouths dying for a curry on a Friday night or a chai tea latte, because brown women wore mendi wale hat since the Vedic century, and now they're worn more beautifully as if they weren't meant for me. There was patterns on my palms that could put petals to shame. Their stains were enough for lines to lose their tame. Their curves and lines were considered hypnotic. Now I bet your henna tattoos make you feel so damn hipster and so damn exotic. I'm not saying that our lives shouldn't be shared and symbiotic. I'm just saying that we shouldn't have been degraded in the process. Whilst they mocked our linguistics, the artistics or the symbolic, we were crying to be cut loose from the shackles of colonialism. Oh, the irony of Indian women scraping their heavenly dark skin with beauty creams to make themselves lighter whilst they faked up their tans. We cried to be whiter. My thick hair was decided for me before I was even in the womb. Let me assure you that my brown skin isn't some kind of costume. We have tried our best to adopt a cultural milieu, mold ourselves in the surrounding environment like glue, but who are we trying to fool? We've just made ourselves look more out of place like animals in a zoo, but assimilation is a complete separate issue. And I'll leave that to Fannin to discuss, because we shouldn't have to blend. For once, can we not pretend that my beautiful culture isn't a trend that will pass on like bell-bottom jeans and feathered hair? This is my beauty. And I'm happy to share, but not at the cost of belittlement, and not in combination with a comment on my mother's accent. I'm not saying you can't wear and do such things, but please acknowledge the years of discrimination those things would bring. We have been too busy living in the dust of an empire that burnt our worth, that we refuse to grow from the ashes. But I'm no longer ashamed. I will wear my kajal along my long lashes, and I will wear our seeds with pride so we can flourish. So sure, wrap yourself up in a sari whilst we unravel ourselves from our self-hatred and low self-esteem. Unweave the oppression, and we'll let go of the victimhood stitched in the seams. अंबिया में चखिया सुके मेरा सा जा टोला भी जांदा ही तेरे